There is a lot of misinformation out there as to what supplements you need. Most fitness YouTubers and influencers are either trying to sell you their supplements, their products.
I'm telling you, the first time I took it, I felt it on day one. How many supplements can you think of that you can take that you can feel it on day one?
Or products from brands that they are sponsored by.
I'm going to break it down why this supplement is so much more than you would expect.
But what products do you actually need, and what does the science say? If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Matty, and I make weekly content on fitness, nutrition, and injury rehabilitation from the lens of a specialist musculoskeletal physio, personal trainer, and male model. In this video, I will be discussing the 3 tiers of supplements based on the strength of research conducted on them. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. But first, a quick note about supplements. They will work in addition to a balanced diet. They will not compensate for a poor or suboptimal diet, hence why they are called supplements. Let's start with the lowest evidence supplements first. These have limited scientific research, with the evidence being weak or inconclusive. First, we have branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs. You might have heard of these. So the branched chain amino acids are leucine, valine, and isoleucine. They are often taken to promote muscle recovery or growth. While some studies suggest that BCAAs may decrease muscle soreness and fatigue, the effects are marginal and usually no more effective than whole protein sources such as whey protein in terms of promoting muscle synthesis. In conclusion, they're not really that important for those who are already consuming enough protein in their diet. Number 2 is beta-alanine. So the claim is that beta-alanine is used to buffer acid in muscles, potentially improving high-intensity endurance performance. And whilst the research of beta-alanine has shown that it may improve performance for short, intense exercise, for example sprinting, the evidence is mixed for longer term or moderate intensity exercises. So in conclusion, if you're doing short, intense workouts, then beta-alanine may help. But if you're wanting to take a supplement that's going to help your endurance, then you might want to reconsider. The third supplement that has low quality evidence is testosterone boosters. I mean, with a name like testosterone booster, it doesn't sound great, does it? These supplements claim to increase natural testosterone, leading to improved muscle mass and strength. However, the evidence supporting these claims is very limited. Some ingredients like ashwagandha may have mild effects, but the overall impact on testosterone in healthy individuals is minimal. So in conclusion, these supplements aren't really going to help that much unless you specifically have very low testosterone, like medically low testosterone, in which case you should go and see your doctor and get that treated medically. Next, we are going to look at the supplements with medium evidence. We're going to look at the ones in the middle. These have moderate support from research, showing that they may provide benefits in a certain context. Number 1 is creatine. Creatine claims to increase strength, power, and muscle mass by enhancing the energy available for these short-term intense activities through the creatine phosphate pathway. There is actually quite strong evidence to suggest that creatine is effective for improving strength, power output, and muscle mass. It's one of the more well-researched supplements with clear benefits for activities like weightlifting and sprinting. I actually think this should be in the high evidence tier. In conclusion, it's effective and highly recommended, especially for short, intense exercises such as sprinting and weightlifting. On to caffeine. Caffeine is a performance enhancer. It's supposed to increase alertness, focus, and performance during exercise. Caffeine has been well documented to improve endurance performance and reduce the rate of perceived effort during exercise, especially in endurance activities such as running, cycling, or swimming. It can also boost strength performance, but the dosages to do that are a little bit higher. In conclusion, it is effective at improving performance in endurance sports or endurance activities, as well as high intensity activities, but you just have to be mindful of your tolerance. Number 3 is protein powders such as whey, casein, and plant-based products. So protein powders claim to increase protein intake, quite obviously, that help with increasing or improving muscle growth, recovery, and overall health. So absolutely the evidence suggests that supplementing with protein, it does what it says on the tin and helps with muscle recovery and growth, especially in those who are getting insufficient protein in their diet. In conclusion, if you are not getting enough protein in your diet through the foods that you're eating, then protein powders can be a very useful supplement. Again, I feel like these 3 supplements in the moderate medium tier should probably have been in the higher tier. Now we're going to look at the really high evidence supplement tier. These have robust and consistent evidence for supporting fitness related goals. Number 1 is omega-3 fatty acids, so fish oil. Or I've been using algae oil, which is the same thing but comes from a more vegan source. So the claims that omega-3s reduce inflammation and improve overall health, specifically cardiovascular health. They are sometimes used to aid recovery from exercise. Now, there is high quality evidence to suggest that this is the case, and there is some evidence to suggest that they reduce muscle soreness and improve recovery after intense exercise. In conclusion, these have been found to be highly beneficial, especially for reducing inflammation and promoting cardiovascular health. So it's not a direct performance enhancer, but it's important for overall recovery. Number 2 is vitamin D. There is strong evidence to suggest that adequate vitamin D is essential for bone health, muscle strength, and immune function. Low levels are linked to muscle weakness and increased injury risk. In conclusion, this is a supplement that is very much needed for people who don't get enough sunlight exposure, or if they don't get it through their dietary intake. Number 3 is multivitamins, for those specifically with deficiencies. Multivitamins are essential to fill nutrient gaps in the diet, and they provide a variety of vitamins and minerals. While multivitamins are not shown to directly improve performance or overall health for the average person, they can be beneficial for those with specific deficiencies, i.e. those with vitamin B12 deficiencies or iron deficiencies. In conclusion, a multivitamin is really helpful if you're eating a diet that's not well balanced, but they are not a cure for all health issues. In the table, it's actually backing up what I said. So the creatine has a high level of evidence. Caffeine is medium. Protein powders are, I would say, medium/high. Omega-3 fatty acids are high. Vitamin D is high. The others are low. Multivitamins, I would also say medium/high. For the most part, I focus on creatine, protein powder, specifically whey isolate as I'm dairy intolerant, omega-3s and vitamin D/multivitamins. And I also try to get enough sunlight every day. It's hard in England, but we do our best. These will give you the most reliable, scientifically backed benefits. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, you found it useful. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.